comp side better than someone else?
Well, we've been doing this kind of stuff for a long time, and we've watched the system change over the years. We have people in here who have been with us for 20 plus years, so they know the system, and they're refined in their tasks and what they know to do. So we don't make very many mistakes. You know, you're good at what you do if that's all you do, and this is all we do, or at least some of us in here, this is all we do. So we're not doing divorces one day and real estate contracts the next day. We're just doing this injury and disability work.
What do you like about it?
I have always felt that it's a struggle between rich and poor, people who have and people who have not, and I've always wanted to try to change that a little bit and be on the side of people that don't have much and try to get them a little more, and that's why I like doing this kind of work. Sure.
Okay.
I've had 3 or 4 cases with people who were injured in their neck or their back, okay? Spine injuries are incredibly difficult to prove or disprove. Real hard to do for pretty obvious reasons. So I've had 3 or 4 cases with people who have had severe spine injuries that were denied, and it took a lot of time and effort, but we have prevailed, and that's a real satisfaction.
What are you proud?
I already asked you that. I mean, you already asked me that.
Have I?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Did I? Yeah.
Here, this is some stuff I was thinking, okay?
Yeah, if you've got some other stuff, that's what.
You're in a bureaucratic system, okay? So if you've ever been in the military or gone to DMV or filed a tax return, you are in a bureaucracy, okay? And if you want to know what that bureaucracy is about, get on the internet and take Google and type in Oregon workers' compensation and look at what comes up. And it'll be all the agencies, their rules, their methodologies, billions of pieces of paper, which is why the doctors hate this system. They don't want to be bothered in the first place, and in the second place, it drives them absolutely insane to deal with all of the rules. So it's a rule-ridden system, and they put out more rules every time we turn around. So, and that's what you have to go deal with if you're an injured person. And it sort of defies imagination for what that's like to somebody that may not have a great education and has spent most of their time working with their hands or doing things that are physical. I mean, I live in this world, and half of it doesn't make any sense to me. So what it means to people who aren't familiar with it, I have no idea. And what I tell people is I can either try to get you coverage, you know, so you can get a medical problem dealt with, or I can get you cash. That's all I can do. I can't help you physically, you know, with your health. So I can try to either get treatment paid for or convert the whole claim to cash. That's what we do. That's what we do. Okay. I'm just assuming that you can throw out most of what I say. In this workers' comp system in Oregon, most of the fights are medical, and the insurance companies have what they call independent medical examiners, and these are people who make a fair amount of money doing insurance exams. So some of them are people who tell the insurance companies what they want to hear. You know, you make the customer happy. You know, not all, but there are some in the system that I would say are influenced by the fact that they're working for that side. And so if you're going to have somebody to counter that, you have to have a doctor that's qualified and that knows everything there is to know about it and then supports your claim. And those people are hard to find because the practicing specialists, most of them really don't want to be bothered. They don't like it. So it really helps if you know doctors and are aware of who is and who isn't supportive in the medical community. And from having done this for 20 or 30 years, we pretty much know who those people are. So that's something. You have to pay for it. So you get guys that are 45 or 50 years old, they've been laying carpet or they've been landscaping or whatever it is they've been doing, and they get an injury, and the insurance company says, okay, it's a strain, it's a shoulder strain or a knee strain or a back strain, and then after 3 months or some period of time, they send you to their independent medical examiner, who happens to be a retired Marcus Welby sort of a guy, and he says, well, I think this strain must have resolved. It went away, and now if you have a problem, it's your underlying arthritis, your pre-existing condition. And they don't have to pay for that. So people come in here and they say, well, I never hurt a day in my life until I did this, and now I'm walking, you know, with a limp or whatever it is, and the insurance company is in a place where they can create a medical fight about that issue, and if they can win that, they're through with you. And it's only a matter of time until we all end up arthritic, you know, one way or another.